He was the second fastest active coach to get to 100 wins.
And Kevin made his way in terms of coaching, started in the D-League and other minor leagues before becoming an assistant with the Grizzlies, and really was the architect, if you will, of the defense that his team is so well known for. He's done a lot for this franchise and looks to be on track to become their winningest coach ever.
And the call will be against Shaun Livingston.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Memphis. And the Clippers with the change here too. Carl Landry's checked in for Ross. They get it back. Here's Valanciunas. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. Terrence Ross is checked in for Los Angeles.
Now into the lineup, the Clippers.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Now the Clippers moving it up. Ross leading the charge. Shot's good. DeRozan's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
To the paint. 6 on the shot clock. Livingston. Aldridge trying to break free. Good work defensively by Smith. When you think about Shaun Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Harris with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. They double him with West. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Harris.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
The dish to Ross. The feed to Livingston. He kicks to Aldridge. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Assist goes to
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Out to DeRozan. Rebound by Butler. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to New Orleans. Batum for 3.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Batum against DeRozan. On the wing, Harris. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Livingston. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Got a piece of it.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
Batum attacking. Valanciunas passes to Batum. He got it up. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Memphis out in front. They're up by 2. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Quincy AC out there with Johnson. Then it's Tyler Zeller. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Chalmers in at the 1. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
shooting for Memphis.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressive.
Butler, he's checked in for Memphis.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Crawford against Chalmers. Crawford drives in. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
They grabbed their own miss. The kick out to Pierce. Now here's Ross. Back to Pierce. Poke loose. Batum with the steal. The shot misses. Excellent D there from Pierce. Inside. Ross, that's good. Ross has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Wow, the fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. West is checked in. Crawford, no one around him. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His fourth turnover hampering their efforts.
Quincy Aces checked in for West. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Landry's checked in. Here's Livingston. The shot is off. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Batum, good.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
The kick out to Pierce. Pass to Livingston. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Memphis. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Passes to Landry.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth from that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And both free throws good for Landry. So it's the Grizzlies now. It's a one-point game. Here's Johnson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Jamal Crawford picks one up. And Doc Rivers passed the 700-win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc oftentimes gets a enough credit for the type of coach he is. I mean, as a coach, he is well over 500 in terms of his career win percentage. And how about over 500 in playoff games as well?
Los Angeles calls timeout. And guys, we saw a nice development for James Johnson last year. He was 59% from the floor. Closest he had ever come to that in his 6 years was 46%. What a dramatic mark improvement there.
Yeah, and I think it was all due to shot selection. He dialed back on the number of threes that he was taking the year before, and his percentage went up.
And back to James Johnson. Yeah, he improved his shooting percentage, but the rest of his game has been kind of in a holding pattern. He's averaging neither highs nor lows in any other category, and that means to me he may have flattened out in terms of reaching his potential.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. The drive by Wade. The kick outside to Butler. The second chance effort. And he lays it up and in.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Talking about James Johnson, the reality is he's a role player. Like most NBA guys, he certainly can be a valuable role player, especially if he can shoot near 60% from the field again. But don't expect him to suddenly become LeBron. That's not his game, nor his ceiling.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. But he's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Kicks it out to Crawford. Aldridge, no one around him. And another three for the Clippers.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
And as long as you keep getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence.
It's Crawford on the wing. Wade is covering. Here's DeRozan. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his points.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Butler dishes to West. Out to Wade. Back to West. Wade outside. .141 left in the fourth quarter. No good. Lets the three fly. That's good from Harris on the assist by Crawford. Crawford's got his 3rd assist on the night. To the middle. West. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Butler against DeRozan. Nice steal from Valanciunas. Grizzlies have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter.